In this video we will talk about an event related to the real estate crisis, an event that could send severe economic shock waves. Today we are going to the real estate sector, and not in the USA, but in the largest real estate market in the world, which is located in China. The Chinese real estate bubble may be the black swan that causes a major global economic crisis. A $54 trillion market, and let's see what developments have taken place recently. We will of course talk about Evergrande, a company that could follow in the footsteps of Cuaróng, which was rescued by the Chinese government. Well, everything points to the fact that Evergrande is going to go bankrupt. The question is not if it is going to go bankrupt or not, the question is when. And the question is also if the administration will let it go under, or if it will be rescued. They have already allowed them to postpone the payment of some interest on some bonds, so it seems that they are going to support them, and they are going to rescue them. Let's see what are the implications of this fall of Evergrande, since some have baptized it as the Chinese Lehman Brothers, and its problems are not small. Evergrande owes $300 billion, yes $300 billion, and it seems that it has problems to meet its payments. Some analysts are already wondering when it will go bankrupt. Evergrande's bonds keep falling, and the Shanghai Stock Exchange temporarily suspended the listing of the July 2022 bond. Last Monday, September 6th, there was talk of a liquidation frenzy in these bonds. The Evergrande giant has feet of clay and cannot meet its payments to lenders and payments to suppliers. And its China's real estate bubble has been beyond crazy. Chang'an International Credit Rating Co has downgraded Evergrande's rating from AAA to AA, and this fall is something remarkable for a systemic company like this. At the same time it included its bonds, it included Evergrande's bonds in a list for possible future downgrades. The company has problems, as I said before, to pay both lenders and suppliers. It is promotions sold below cost due to the urgency to obtain liquidity. In short, its situation is very complicated. It may seem like a company that is simply going bankrupt, but its possible disappearance, its possible bankruptcy may send shock waves to the Chinese banking system, to its shadow banking. It could cause a real economic cataclysm that could spread throughout the world. The concern about Evergrande has been contagious, affecting the so-called junk bonds of companies in the real estate sector, where we see yields rising to levels above 13%. Chinese authorities have long been concerned about the inordinate size of the real estate sector. Xi Jinping himself has come out to say that houses are for living and not for speculation. And a number of measures have been taken to encourage real estate developers to reduce their leverage. Moody's recently downgraded its outlook for China's real estate sector from stable to negative. It appears that they are having fewer sales, less liquidity and less cash flow. The day after announcing this downgrade, Moody's Fitch joined the party, so we have bad news for Evergrande and bad news for the Chinese housing sector. Evergrande's fall could spill over to other real estate developers, such as Fantasy Holdings, Central China Real Estate, or Wansu Properties. And what do you expect for the immediate future? Well, the company must repay $7.1 billion in the remainder of 2021 and another $7.4 billion in 2022. The article tells us that the worst is expected to come by 2023, assuming the company can hold out until that point. And let's keep talking about Evergrande and talk about its stock now. The company's shares are down 80% this year, and the question is, will it be rescued? The company Cuaróng has already been rescued, although it was not as systemic as Evergrande. In fact, it has already been allowed to postpone the payment of interest on some bonds. We will see what additional measures the Chinese administration takes in the midst of its efforts to deleverage the real estate sector. So much for today's video. Hit the like button if you liked it, share it with your friends and subscribe. See you in the next video.